25. Last night before going to bed, I posted a little update to Facebook saying that this is the first time that I'm camping in what is considered wild camping in what's considered as potential tiger country. The locals said that there is a chance of tigers, but very rare. Not everyone that lives here has even seen a tiger, so it's kind of one of those, the risk is there, but very, very minimal. About 5 o'clock this morning, heard something walking around my tent, or not around my tent, but rather just kind of across where I'm camping. Had a kind of deep, throaty sound. It kind of reminds me of a bear, but I don't know of any bears around here. It didn't really sound like a tiger, and I'm sure a tiger would have probably gone for me if it was here. Can smell food, all that. I'm going to go with a stag, but even though I told myself it was probably a stag, from 5 o'clock onwards I got very, very little sleep. Little tip: if you come across some water running down a cliff face like this, and you need to get hold of it, but it's difficult to because it's just running right across the rock, you can just put a little leaf, balance a leaf into the rock like that, and it drips down into a bottle or whatever. Quite a close call with a leech. Found this little chap on my pack, just crawling towards my neck. What a descent. I've just dropped down about 800 meters, up and down, but down 800 in total. This is the kind of path that I'm on. Going through tiny little villages, and in some places, like I was going for about an hour, didn't see anything, and then just one house on its own. Saw a snake about 70 meters long, thin and browny orange, and a lizard type thing. I'm really not great with names, but kind of like a lizard, that shape. It could be a few things. It was about a meter long, quite fat. Getting hotter and hotter as I drop down now. I've got the river at the bottom where I'm going to stay the night. My camping spot this morning, when I carried on to the nearest village, I asked someone at the village, I met another English teacher there, what kind of animals they have here, wondering what that noise was at 5 o'clock this morning. And I said, are there any tigers here? He said, no, not really. Any leopards? Because I've been told that there are quite a lot of leopards all around Nepal, but I don't know about this specific area. I said it was like a low kind of grumbling noise, just walked past the camp and on. I said, do you know what it could be? He said, you're probably just tired. So, maybe. Literally crossing rice fields to get to my destination. Just going through the most rural parts, what it seems to me anyway, of Nepal. I've done a few organised trips to places where the trips are labelled as off the trodden path, that kind of thing. I really enjoy that kind of thing. I like it when there are, I know I'm a tourist, but I like it when you see something that's kind of real, that's not put on just for the tourists, where there tends to be minimum number of tourists. That's why I was looking to do something like this. And I'm almost 5 whole days in, and I haven't seen a single tourist, and I don't expect to for a long time. When I'm bumping into people here, I'm trying to communicate in some way. It just seems genuine. You know, they're not expecting a tourist. They're not asking for anything in return. I give whatever I can, where I can, when it doesn't seem uncomfortable to do so. To both sides, it just seems very genuine, and I feel like I'm seeing the real Nepal, the rural side so far. But I've only just started the trip. I'm sure I'll see lots of different types of places and types of people in the weeks and months ahead.